Hello, this is lesson number 15 on sentences of the form don't do or don't be. And before that, we will have a look at sentences of the form do it, which is in the imperative form. So, these kinds of sentences we have discussed in lesson number 9. So, you add o or ro suffix. So, tauo or tauro. So, this is in the imperative form. And instead, if you want to say don't do it, you can either say tauganu or tauruno. So tauganu or tauruno. Now there is a slight difference in meaning of these two forms, where the ganu form is more of a general meaning, whereas the second form you can think it as somewhat similar to that of the Ruse form, which we had discussed in the previous lesson on let's sentences. So to remind you again, it is the action is done somewhere else usually. However, these rules are not strict in Manipuri, and the only way you are going to know these differences when to use which form is when you practice speaking with native people more. So for the time being, you just know that there is a slight difference, and if you ever get confused, you can just stick to the more general one, which is the ganu, the first form. So regarding the rule for these sentences, you add ganu or kanu, which is for the first form. And Kanu, we know if the verb mention PKTS, you add the k sounding prefix, suffix, sorry. And for the second form, you add either uno, luno, or runo. So now you might have guessed that this will be conjugating similar to the present perfect tense. We have discussed as conjugations many times, so we won't be looking into that in this video. Now, looking at some examples, it something. So this is in imperative form. You have to say chao or charo. Now, if you want to say don't eat, the first form will be chaganu, or in the second form, charuno. Chaganu or charuno. Look, in the imperative form, yengo. Don't look, the first form, yenganu. In the second form, yenguno. So, ng sound, you add the suffix uno. Block the way, thatlo. Now, don't block, you have to say thatkanu or thatluno. So this is one good example where there is a slight difference in these two. So thatluno means you're asking someone not to block some road or something somewhere else, not where you are standing right now. So this is the difference between these two forms. Thatkanu is a more general form. You can use it for all the cases basically. But thatluno has a more specific meaning. Think, khallo. To think is khanba. Don't think too much. Yam khanganu. Yam is too much or very. Yam khalluno, which is the second form. And in this conjugation, we know that if the verb stem ends in n, you change it to l and then add luno. So khalluno. Now, regarding sentences of the form don't be, it will have the same form as the one discussed earlier. So be afraid. This is the imperative form, kiyo, and the verb to be afraid is kiba. Now, don't be afraid. You can say kiganu, which is the first form, or kiruno. This is the second form. So kiganu or kiruno. And be clever or smart. And clever or smart is an adjective, which is singba. So singo in the imperative form. or you can say don't be stupid. And stupid is pangba. Pang ganu. Be a good person. Afaba mi oyo. Or uh, while writing, you can use yo oyo. So afaba is good, and don't be a bad person. If you want to use this instead, you have to say fattaba mi oi ganu. Fattaba is bad. So oi ganu. So this is the first form oi ganu. Fattaba mi oi ganu. Don't be a bad person. So that brings us to the end of this lesson. Thank you.